Greetings, this is Brian Matthew Robertson, and I am the CEO of Eduvention Mentoring and Consulting. So I am your virtual mentor. So get used to me, right? I'm the virtual mentor, which I am going to be giving you all some key tips. And this is my mentees, students, even individuals, grown-ups. Honestly, a lot of these key concepts are going to be great for everyone, but I've decided within years of research and time and dedication as a life coach, a motivational speaker, to really create some curriculum that will give individuals the opportunity to be great, especially students. So you all, these are going to be sessions from my textbook, and I want to give everyone an opportunity to play these videos and have them on, it doesn't matter if it's a church, if it's a school, homeschooling. This is just great concepts for life skills, because when you think about life skills, what is it that you truly think about? Those skills needed to be successful in and outside the classroom, right? So with that being said, we're going to start with session 1, which is defining my best self. So this is our first session within our our mentoring, and giving students an opportunity to really find out who they are, what represents being the best, right? Being your best self. So the objectives, we have 2 objectives today. The first objective is, can you define self-esteem and attributes and several traits that represents good self-esteem? The second objective is, can you identify positive traits within yourself? Can you identify those positive traits? Because with that comes confidence and ability to conquer all type of things. So let's start off with our mantra. And your mantra is going to be your saying, kind of like your what represents you, right? And your mantra today is, I am my best self. So I want everyone to say that: I am my best self today. I am my best self today. So let's start off with our key term, and that's self-esteem. So even though we said our mantra, I am my best self, to be your best self, you must know what self-esteem is, what it means. Our key term, our word of focus is self-esteem. And self-esteem is a feeling of pride in yourself, believing in yourself, a feeling of knowing who you are. So what does self-esteem look like? And we're going to talk about that. What does self-esteem look like? What does self-esteem truly look like, okay? So they say that body language conveys over 70% of communication. So when you look at self-esteem looks like confidence, right? It looks like walking around with confidence. And walking around with confidence would be shoulders back, your head up, right? Walking straight, not shoulders all shrugged and looking, scared or intimidated, but you walk with your back straight, and that's body language, right? You stand tall. So physically, that's what represents confidence and looking like you have good self-esteem. But also you want to speak with great tone, right? Your tonality conveys a lot. How you speak. You don't want to sound and mumble and sound, intimidated or shy. You want to speak with confidence. So your tonality, your cadence within your voice can show so much when it comes to self-esteem and knowing who you are. And then I have another, I have another bullet point, you all, but it's so many different aspects to self-esteem, right? And showing showing confidence. But let's also look at how you dress. That shows confidence. How, if your clothes are well kept, if your clothes are ironed, the type of clothing you wear, is it appropriate for the situation you're in? And of course, my students, when you go to school, you are in for business, right? Because school is preparing you for higher level success. And with that being said, you have to look as if you are dressing for success. So yes, how you carry yourself, how you look, how you sound, right? It's all about, those things all represent having good self-esteem. So how do you build this confidence internally? Because here comes the question. I want self-esteem, I want to have confidence, but how do you build it? So here's my keys to this. You want to identify your hobbies, you want to identify something you're good in, right? And you use that as a ripple effect, as a connection key to gain further success. So you can look at something that you are good at and say, you know what? Well, I'm not the best in math, but I'm great in science. And if I know I can do science so well, that means that I probably can do some of the other subjects just as well. Or I can at least try to do pretty good in those subjects. So it's always about connecting, and seeing what you're good at and identifying that and using that as a catalyst to get to your next bit of achievement or your next finding your next niche. So as we get ready to close, you all, because we're talking about having that great self-esteem, right, and being who you need to be, you know, I cannot dismiss without a homework assignment. Yes, I said it, homework assignment. Now, these homework assignments within my sessions, they're not going to be anything laborious or anything, you know, too daunting. However, you got to do some homework, right? Because to be successful, you got to do the things others are unwilling to do. So, with that, I want you to find something great about you. Find something great about you, you know, anything that you're gifted about. And I want you to say, you know, I am a beast because I am a beast in this because I am gifted in, you know, in finishing. I am a beast because I'm gifted in, and then you're going to finish it. And I'm using slang, same beast. You know, a lot of people like to say I'm a beast in sports and I'm a beast in this, but you can change it and say I am great because I am gifted in. Let's find one thing that you're gifted in and that you're talented in and use that. So therefore you can say, you know what? I am gifted. I am unique. I am blessed with gifts and opportunities, right? So with that, we have wrap up time now. And my wrap up time, you know, after identifying your self-confidence, knowing who you are, knowing self-esteem, and we know that, you know, you got to combat that negative self-talk. You know, it comes with being able to do your homework, being able to follow directions, being able to know who you are, and just build on top of that. It's really just building and building and building. And I want you all to focus on these key concepts. When it's dealing with self-esteem, it's just a matter of time till you start to see those results, okay? You know, so I'm about to dismiss, and I want you all to remember that self-esteem comes with believing and knowing who you are, and then when you know internally who you are, you'll represent that outside. So before I go, I want you to remember that you are the sum of your habits. So if you want to change your life, change your habits. This is Brian Matthew Robertson.